Let's go tap in. Jules Bacon. If you're in the live, let's get it going.
You can get 2 months of Peacock at no extra cost. Sounds pretty good, right? Start streaming live sports like Premier League and hit originals like The Traitors and Poker Face. Plus, stream new movies from theaters, current NBC and Bravo games, live news, and so much more on Peacock. Redeem your offer by clicking the banner now. Limited time offer, terms apply. Google is bringing the magic of brown to the Miami Grand Prix by joining forces with the McLaren Formula One team.
Yo,
how you doing, man? Ultimate Miami-inspired song and interlude.
what up? This Jules Bacon.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, for sure. Let the people know who you are and where you're from.
My name's Jules, and I'm from Oregon. I produce music.
Alright, so you're a producer. How long have you been a producer for?
I've been producing for about 2.5 years. I started on BandLab, which is like a free online website, and now I'm moving over to FL Studio, something a little bit more professional. So slowly learning, but we're getting there.
That's what's up. And so you've been doing producing for a while. Have you ever like tried rapping or just?
No, that's not really my type of thing. Like I try to make others like rap on my beats to see if they're like smooth enough to rap on. It's kind of hard to explain. Or I just like grab an artist like a cappella and I put it over my beat to see if it flows nice. But I myself, I can't rap or sing or nothing like that.
Oh, okay. And how old are you?
I'm 18.
How old?
18.
Oh, okay. And you said you were from where again?
Oregon.
Oregon. So how is it? So you grew up in Oregon and you were born there?
Not really. It was kind of a weird mix, but I was born in Washington, and then we kind of got raised up in Vegas for a little bit in Nevada, and then we moved here about 8 years ago, and I've just been kind of growing up here, and that's kind of where I started getting into music was after I moved here.
All right. So how old were you like when you were growing up in Vegas and before that?
Growing up in Vegas, I was probably like three, and then I lived there for about 9 or 10 years, something like that. I think I was 10 when we moved over to here, and then I've been living here ever since. But growing up in Vegas was kind of cool, especially like in my neighborhood. It was always like super fun because everyone in the neighborhood would just come together. We just play street football and stuff like that. And I'd say I had a pretty good childhood growing up. So when we moved here, it was kind of different because there was like nobody here in the neighborhood to play with and nothing like that. So I kind of was just like trying to figure out what I want to do. So
Oh, okay. And how old were you when you moved?
I was about 10 years old.
How old?
10.
10? Okay. And then you've been living in Oregon ever since?
Yep. Just been here figuring out life, I guess.
So while growing up in Oregon, how was like school, like going to school? Were your grades like good, or would you say you were a troubled student?
uh, Grades actually towards the beginning of like moving here, I did pretty well. Like I did the work and I showed up and stuff like that. And that's really all you got to really do. You just got to show up. Um, and then kind of going towards high school, especially after the pandemic and everything, my grades kind of started to decline. Funny thing is, like I literally failed a math class because instead of doing the work there, that's when I started to play with BandLab and stuff like that. I just start making beats in class instead of actually doing the work. So, but I retook that year
So
and then
you were.
I passed. So yeah.
When did you learn like about BandLab? Like found out about it?
I'm not really sure. I think I saw like an ad on it one day, and I just like I tried it out at first, and it really wasn't working. I was like, this is something I got to take more time on to do. And that's really all it just takes is just keep going and learning new things. I've watched a whole bunch of videos to like learn about it and everything, and that's kind of where I started to learn a whole bunch. So with videos and just staying at it, consistency is kind of where I started to grow on it.
Okay, so you got into like making beats and producing early on. Did you end up like dropping beats like on a like social media or anything
Oh yeah,
during that
I
time?
have I have a SoundCloud up. I post beats on my YouTube channel. I got stuff on Spotify now, and then I have this thing where it kind of posts to everywhere. So it's on like Apple Music and Instagram, all those like sounds. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but
All right.
I have this website and it posts it all out, and everything's pretty much on every platform. So I
Okay,
got some
that's what's
stuff out.
up. And would you ever like would other like people like other kids around you like just show them your beats and they would rap on like
Yeah.
freestyle at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have my older brother. He kind of does it for like fun and like I don't know, just kind of tinkers around. So this like his friend and everything like that too. So I show them my beats, and if they like uh, catch on to one or something like that, they try and make a song out of it. And I had some coworkers at work and stuff like that. They also want to get into it, and then I sent like a beat, and he actually did pretty good on it. So we might have to drop that one. I don't know.
And does that like make you more like motivated to make beats? Like, oh, I'm gonna make beats for my
Absolutely. Oh
friends or
yeah, yeah. Like hearing people around me like my stuff and like want to take it to like another level. It's pretty dope.
yeah, that's what's up. And how many siblings do you have?
It's me and three other siblings. I got an older sister, an older brother, and a younger sister.
Okay, and your older brother was like into music, into rapping, or was it
Yeah,
singing?
he pretty much he started picking up on like hip hop and started listening to hip hop, and like I feel like what every other younger brother does is they kind of like look up to them as like an idol or something. So that's how I like got into hip hop too. So I kind of took it in my own way where I wanted to make the music instead of like rapping and stuff. So like we came in both on hip hop, and then we're just like, all right, he goes and has fun like recording stuff, and then I go and make producing beats and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, so it got you like influence and all. So who were like your influences just growing up, like besides your like brother, like just in the music industry?
in the music industry for sure, probably Metro Boomin. That's someone I kind of like try to listen to. Same with Travis Scott, and I'm heavily influenced by like Uzi, Yeet, Ken Carson, like the Opium type of style. Those are like what I try to go for in beats and stuff like that. So I try to like expand more into like Kanye West and stuff like that. But for now, it's just kind of like the synth hyper pop type genre. That's
That's
what I
what's
go
up.
for.
So do you feel like Metro Boomin's like doing his thing right now? He's like putting on for producers and all.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely like an idol. I think so. Like he's someone I definitely look up to. Like that stuff.
And
It's honestly hella sick to like see how it's producing got him up in the fucking industry. So like it's crazy. Yeah,
yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. How did you get that name, Jules Bacon?
that's my name, man. It's just I don't know. I no, I didn't like come up with any other name because it's just like I don't know. It didn't really seem generic or something. Like I didn't think like at first I didn't think I was going to be like super big or anything. So I was like I'll just put my name, and then I just kind of changed it to my first name because I mean I don't know. I like my first name. It's like unique and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just use that. But yeah,
That's what's up. And so while going like just growing up, did you ever get into like any substances or any drugs?
not really. I mean, I'm around them like a lot. My family's like they're kind of they like most of them kind of smoke weed and stuff like that. But it's just like I mean, I tried it and stuff, but I knew it wasn't for me. I didn't really feel like any cooler. I don't know. It didn't make me feel any better. I guess I know I don't need it, so I just stay away from it. It's just not for
Okay,
me. I
so
guess.
you seen it around you and you were like growing up like around it, so that make you not want to like get into any of it.
I mean, it was kind of also like that parent, like the parents and everything are just like, I mean, they kind of taught me that it wasn't really a good thing to get into. Like, they have their own stories and stuff like that about like substance and everything, how it like kind of declined their lives. So it's just like, I like growing up, I kind of saw it as like a negative thing, like not
Right.
something, I don't really see the positives of it, you know? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, people, people can go smoke up and stuff like that, and like they feel like more relaxed, or like it helps people make music and stuff. Like I get that, but it's just like from me and my perspective, it's just I don't really need it. It's not really a positive thing for me, so I just don't do it.
I think you're kind of cutting off.
My bad.
Hold on, let's try to get you back.
Is that better?
So, we back. So so you never like, so you just stayed away from that, like had a clear mind and all.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Just something I was just like, it's not
and
really for me. So
yeah, and like, how was like the feeling just making your first beat? Like you said, you made it on BandLab. Like, how was that like experience?
I mean, knowing now, like going back to it, because I could tell like how much I've learned, and like there's different things that you can like catch in your old stuff, and you're like, wow, I can't believe like I made that simple mistake and stuff like that. It's like you learn a lot from looking back at your old beats and seeing how much you grow. But like I remember the feeling of that first beat where I just like I threw it out there, and I know it wasn't the greatest thing, but it's like it was something that I made and it was like super unique to me. So like it made me super excited to go and drop something else. So like that first beat kind of makes you want to go and keep going, you know. It just like that's what for my like I kind of did like a whole beat a day type thing when I first started, cuz I was just super excited to keep going and figuring out like some other samples I could flip, or, you know, just learn some more. So that first beat kind of like sets it all off. It makes you want to be more consistent, at least for me.
Okay, so you started dropping beats day by day, and like, how long was like until you stopped or
It kind of
took
stopped
like a
when
break?
school and work became like a big old thing. Um I did it during the summer, so I didn't like this was when I was in school and stuff, like during summer break, because I didn't really have I didn't have anything to busy myself. Like I was out of school and I was starting to get to jobs and everything like that. But like once I started getting the job, it kind of became harder to post every single day. So I did it for about a week consistent, maybe over a week. But I mean, eventually when it came to like work and school and stuff like that, like you kind of have to stop and make time. But um, now it's just kind of like a side hobby I do, hoping to like turn it into something bigger. So
All right. So so you felt like the progress, and you felt yourself getting better, like every time you made a beat.
yeah, it
So
was
did you ever end up like dropping them like as a project, or like sending them out to other artists that they could use on their like track?
that wasn't until like recently, because at first I was just kind of throwing it out there, and I don't know, it wasn't really like trying to reach out to grow. It was more of like my own personal stuff to like listen to and stuff. Um, I only really showed it to like close friends at first, but now I'm starting to get it to where I want to expand it more and share it out to people that like would be willing to do something better with it. So that's what I'm starting to do right now, is just trying to expand myself. So
Okay, so until recently you weren't doing any collabs. You were just keeping the beats to yourself pretty much,
yeah,
and like to your friends and your relatives to listen to and all.
hmm just to like the
Uh,
close circle I had.
did you so how many beats did you make in total, like since then till now?
I definitely cannot count. There's beats that I've like published, and then there's beats that I have privated and like stopped working on eventually. But I've made quite a bit. Like going into like my band lab and scrolling through all my private stuff, it's there's a lot to look at. So I mean, it's kind of crazy to see like how many different things I was willing to try, but it also kind of sucks because like some of that stuff in there is actually pretty good. I should probably drop some of that, but I have so many projects I can't even count. It was something that I kept going at, and you don't really realize it until you look back and you're like, damn, Like, oh, it's hella projects. So I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. So really, the only collab I've really done is with my coworker, and he just kind of found one of those beats on BandLab I published, and he's like, "Can I rap on this at all?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, it wasn't really like a crazy project, so I was like, if anything, it'll just be unpublished. But like when he started rapping on it, and I like got to go into the project and see what he was doing, it was actually pretty decent. And I was like, if you want to go ahead and publish that, you totally can. So I think he's still working on it right now, but it's pretty dope to see like people taking what you've got and then putting it all over. Or oh, my bad. I was just saying like it's pretty cool to see like how he has his own take on one of my projects and stuff like that. Like it's pretty cool to see like you have your own fresh idea or something, and then he takes it and then he adds his own. Like it's pretty dope. You get to see like what other people have, and it opens your mind up to like artists and everything. So it was dope. Like to
Right.
see like someone who at first I was like, oh, that's all right. Like you can use this beat, but like I'm actually kind of excited for him to drop it.
So you made like good use of your beat and like everything, because a lot of artists they could like you could give them a beat and then they end up like putting like a not so good track on it, and then do you feel like you can make a good beat and then you give it to an artist and then the artist could like fuck it up, or it's like you don't really care about it?
I mean that's something I'm kind of worried about, which is like why at first the people that did ask me to like rap on beats, I was like kind of hesitant because I mean I'm not saying I'm the best producer in the world, but it's just like I don't really want them to publish something that wasn't really that great. So yeah, I definitely have
Uh,
those times where I'm like, I'm all right.
and have you been to any like shows, venues recently?
No, I haven't really like gone to a concert or anything like that, but I mean we might here in the summer with my friend. It's gonna be pretty dope. I don't know. I think we're gonna plan to see like Lil Tecca or something.
That's what's up. And any like future projects dropping, like any collabs coming?
Not that I know of so far with collaborations, but I probably got like a project or two that I'm working on that might release soon. But for now, I'm just kind of trying to see if anyone like really does mess with my music. That's why I'm kind of like expanding. So I'm just kind of going on social media and sending in like my one beat I recently dropped, which is pretty good, and I'll just put that out there and see if anyone's like interested in more projects with me. So
Yeah, that's what's up. Where and what is like your plans for like just your whole beat making? Do you want to take it to like another level? Do you want to stay independent? Like,
I mean,
or
I've
tell
seen
me.
like independent artists go into like big bands and stuff like that, and I mean, I think whatever comes my way, I'll take that opportunity for sure. Like it's a side hobby right now, but I mean, if I can turn this into a career, that'd be pretty dope, because this is something I'm pretty passionate about, and I know like I don't see myself working as a cook for the rest of my life. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
you don't you're not going back to school or anything. You're putting that on hold, or like what's the plans for that?
right now I'm kind of just like putting myself out there, see what I like, see what I don't like, and I mean, I don't know. I don't really know if school's in the picture. I might go to like a community college or something like that, but I didn't fill out no what's the word? Any scholarships for any colleges or anything like that. So
Okay, so
that's just
you're
not
like
something I see myself
your
in.
main focus is just producing. You feel like you could really take this somewhere. And hearing your beats, yeah, they're dope too. They're like,
Appreciate it.
yeah, I fuck with it for sure.
Thanks, man.
And like just beat making compared to rap, do you feel like making beats is just way harder, or they're just both the same like difficulty?
I feel like it's different for everyone, really. Like to some, it's definitely harder to rap, and then vice versa. Some rappers, it's hard to like produce a beat, which is pretty unique about the whole thing. It's like that's when collaborations do come in and everything like that. For me, for sure, rapping and stuff like that, it's just like it's something that I don't even try to do or anything like that. Just because, I mean, I'm more about the rhythm, and I'm always focused about like beats and songs and stuff like that. Like I don't really be listening to like the artist singing. I listen to the beats more, especially as a producer now. It's just like it's just been something I kind of picked up. It's like
Yeah,
it's
if
kind
it's a
of
dope beat, if it's a dope beat and like a mid artist on it, like the beat will definitely like give that artist a
yeah,
push. Like, yeah, it make it
for
seem
sure.
like he's on another level. So yeah, I feel what you mean. And yeah, this was the Jules Bacon interview. Let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, Facebook, all that.
Um, I guess you could follow my Instagram, jbacon_25. I've got music on Spotify. I don't know if I can find like a link for that, but on SoundCloud, you could probably just search up Jules. I'll be there, and I appreciate you guys for coming in. Seriously, thank you.
That's right. It was nice having you on here,
Thank you.
and I'll for sure have you on again. It's the Spoken Wars interview, and until the next time.
Awesome.
Ladies.
Thanks you.
All right, y'all tap into the next one tomorrow. I'll let you know the time on my Insta. Links.